What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Anime Squad Podcast, episode 60. I'm your host for today, Omar.
And I'm your co-host for today, Josh.
And this is David.
And as you can tell, our main host, Robbie, is not here for this week. Unfortunately, he has something else to do. Time, life in general gets in the way. But hopefully he'll be here next week, and we'll be back to normal. But anyways, as always, we have timestamps for you hearing your shows, so you can always look forward to that, and give us a like, comments. We appreciate every feedback that we get, and yeah, let's just jump into it, man.
Let's go.
We have a new show. I have a new show this week. It just came out, I think a couple days ago. The day I was recording. Eden, not Eden Zero. Eden. Just the name Eden itself, episode 1, and a little backstory on this one. And it's the director who did Full Metal Alchemist. He wrote that anime and this one as well. So it has some some backbone to it, but it's about it's basically about two robots and humanity's gone.
Yeah, the thing that was crazy about it too is that it was good. The CGI was actually good.
Yeah, I was surprised it was CGI itself. Yeah. So I literally was going in blind. I just knew the name and the director behind it. So it was cool. It was solid.
The whole I guess human race was like, so far that we know, is extinct. This is just episode 1. We're gonna take these episodes by one by one.
Yes, so. As you know, like how we usually do with Netflix shows, we do weekly, just like the rest of the anime shows that we're watching, and this is no difference with Eden.
Yeah, so it's 4 episodes. If you want to go ahead and watch them all, watch them all.
Go right ahead.
But we like explaining each episode, I guess, how we take for each of them.
Full dive.
Yeah.
And we get introduced to Sarah, which is, she basically drops back to Earth like Krypton, like Superman, and
like Goku.
Like Goku, you could say that too.
Yeah.
And she's basically our only human character in the show, and these 2 robots, we don't get names for them.
They have numbers on their thing, but that's pretty much it. That's all we get for them.
They're more like mom and pa.
Yeah, well, that's how she took it when she was, she's I guess how it started. She's a toddler, I guess.
Yeah, not a baby, like a toddler, because she knew how to walk and talk a bit.
Yeah, so it was interesting how these 2 robots were raising a human child,
Yeah.
And they I guess that secretly, well, not secretly, they were secretly hiding the human, because apparently this universe, or not even this universe, the planet itself, the robots, the enemy robots not enemies. I have no idea. How
it's not you could say enemy, but like honestly, there's no idea. We don't have an idea who's the bad guy. Well, obviously that Ultron looking mech dude looks no good, all black and red.
Yeah. If anything, he's the bad guy for now. The most villainous look robots.
But we don't know what's their plan or what is up to, because these robots have never encountered a human ever.
Yeah, it's been like 1,000 years. Right?
Yeah, 1,000 years since humanity has left, and it's cool because even with that, the robots, when they hear Sarah, our human character, speak, like they automatically could use that human language to themselves to like program and all that, because it's still in their program, because before humans used to make robots and all that, and like even before like the episode even starts, it talks about like the 3 laws of robots. Like every robot show ever. But yeah, it's interesting. Nothing spectacular, I say, but for being CG, it did pretty well, I say.
Yeah. It I guess it got a little bit more like more. She became more rebellious when she's like what? She looked like 10 years old, I think.
Yeah,
Around there.
around puberty area almost.
Yeah, and she's not and I like too where the robots had a human touch already at that point. They were acting like parents in a way.
Yeah,
because before that they were just beep bop boop kind of thing.
Like, how do you feel this robot?
How did you charge this?
Yeah,
you charge this human and stuff. But once when she's grown up, they already know at this point what a human needs and stuff. So they had to leave that location too. Oh no, that was after the whole thing.
Yeah, they already got out of the Eden, I guess they call it. Yeah, there's multiple ones.
So there's like different types of robots, I guess. The new robots that we met, they're like, what do you call it? They're I guess they left that organization or whatever.
Yeah,
that was.
Because like when they left, it was like from the cube or something like that. It's interesting. It's an interesting world, obviously, robot society and all that.
But that's crazy. Just for that one episode, we saw all of this. You know.
No, yeah. So hopefully, it's only 3 episodes left.
Yeah,
so
3 left. Yep.
We'll see how fully dive it goes into either the world or like we get more development for Sarah.
Yeah.
So it's up in the air, but it's an interesting first start. None to say not the least. Do you want to rate it or?
Sure. For a first episode, it's like a solid 6 for now.
Okay, it's nice.
Yeah.
I think I'm with you as well. I think it's also 6 because I didn't get bored, but it wasn't like spectacular, and also for being CG.
It did good for what it was,
Yeah. So
robots act like robots, and then she acted like a toddler or a young adult or a young teenager or a kid.
Yeah,
just a kid.
I just want to see where it goes from here. So check it out if you want. We'll see you on episode 2. And with that, we move on to the next Netflix show. Almost done with this one. Yasuke, episode 5. And war has come ashore on Yasuke's with his friend's army.
Yeah, it was weird because it started off first with the plan, I guess. Before the war. Because
we were left off like Yasuke in charge, like literally in front of the enemy, and then like we get a little backtrack of how he got there, and like
I find it like this story. It's moving at the speed of light.
Yeah,
it's really going fast. Like I was really confused this episode, not with like the actual fighting aspect, but I was confused with the like when the mentor guy goes in like the ethereal plane or whatever. I was like, what's going on here, guys? Why is this happening?
It goes off the rails like with that part, like because I didn't even know that that old lady could do that, or like she could get. She was stuck.
I think we've honestly seen that old lady like twice in the show.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah. So that was weird, and then like all that guy did was just put some cubes up.
And he protected himself and her with the cubes.
Yeah, I was there was I wasn't impressed with no fights, honestly. I'm just being real here.
Yeah. This show it's mid right now for me. It's not impressive or like down in the bottom, like it's not horrible. It's just there's I felt like this show should have been more of a historical feel.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I wanted to connect more with our MC.
Yeah.
Adding all these other characters, they should have made them more secondary than I guess.
Or at least like show more of the actual backstory, like his actual history, instead of the plot. Like you can still have these elements in it. But people wanted to watch this anime because of the historical context of Yasuke, the first black samurai. That's like a really big thing for, especially nowadays is really big with all the movements and everything.
Yeah.
So, but instead we got this kind of
I think it focused more on the fantasy
element. Yeah.
Which I don't mind the fantasy. It's just like the fantasy part took over Yasuke, and Yasuke became the secondary character.
Yeah.
And his own
which
freaking
it's
show.
weird because it's named after him.
Yeah. And then we talked about it last week how like the whole Black Samurai thing is not even the weirdest thing in the show. And like especially in this one, like where our freaking mercenary group comes back.
We just came up with them
and the
again.
scythe girl just is on a freaking random mech, and they're just like yeehaw and go-ho and everybody.
And then they just like, and then this episode they just die.
Yeah, they just die.
Like, dude, what?
Yeah, like the first
they
reaction.
became our friends for like 2 seconds.
And then the mech's first option is like, yeah, I'm gonna just blow up. Like
he's like, oh, she said I was her friend. Oh, I'm gonna blow up now.
I'm gonna blow up.
It's over, you know.
And the thing that gets me is like, because the little girl, she kind of sends a nuke in the battlefield when everyone's there the first time.
Yeah.
The first wave. And then the second wave comes, she's like, oh, I don't know how to do that. Like, oh, she's just, everyone forgets about that power. Like, what? Excuse me? Come on. She's the most powerful thing we have here, but she don't remember how to use the nuke thing again? Like, we could have won. But, you know, reasons in this show.
Yeah, and then the whole thing with the like, I did actually like this part where Yasuke was like confronting one of his old like comrades or something with the daimyo, and like seeing how he's changed and how he like
but that's within
evil
within seconds though.
Yeah, it says they keep flip-flopping back and forth between like the ethereal plane stuff and then like the Yasuke stuff, and it's just kind of a mess, honestly.
Yeah, it really is.
I wanted more. I feel like I wanted more time with Yasuke, you know.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I wanted
the whole series.
I wanted to see before he got broken down, you know.
Yeah.
I wanted a little bit more, and then should have gave us at least maybe the first episode even more in context of what happened.
Like I think maybe like the first 2 or 3 episodes should have been just his backstory, and then like building up to this story. Like this story didn't have to be the entire thing. Like you could have told like a simpler version of the story. You could even kept the magic and the mechs and everything like that and the fantasy elements, but you just like, people are watching this for Yasuke. It's what it's named after. Like that's what people watch this for.
And then of course, the thing that I hate when it comes to anime a lot is when they put way too many characters within the story itself. Like it's hard to put everyone, like, for you to care about the specific characters if you don't care about them in general. Like, all right, you see all the assassin people, you hardly know them to even like I cared about you, or stuff like that.
Yeah, when they died, I was like, I don't really care. Like you were evil for the first half of the show. Like why do I care if you die now? And like this, like because they built it up like it was supposed to be this really heartfelt moment of them sacrificing themselves for the cause. It's like, dude, I barely know you. Like I've seen you. You were the villain last time I saw you.
Yeah. No, I get all that. I mean, I agree with you guys' points. Like I feel like they should have just focused on Yasuke and maybe like just cut out the little girl. Honestly, that whole thing is just like I could care less.
That too. So basically, they should have restructured this on Yasuke, and then whenever this show actually is it gonna get green lit? For
I have no idea. Now that I think about it, I feel like they should have gave Yasuke the freaking astral plane powers, maybe.
Yeah, like I still don't really see the point of the little girl. Like I understand like he's gives him something to save, but Yasuke's literally a secondary character in this show.
Yeah, and I'm just like, damn, that blows. And then obviously we have one more episode left in this, so I have no idea how this is gonna end. Probably like
I don't know,
killing the old lady and wrap it up.
So it's just it's a middle show.
Yeah, you'll hear our ratings next week on Yasuke. But with that, we move on to the next show. The Saint's Power is Omnipotent, episode 8. And now we're back to we're back to discovery.
Interlude's over.
Yeah, the interlude's over. And
the beginning, it was kind of slow because they were just explaining how what do you call it? What was it again?
The holy power.
Holy power, yeah, holy in general.
She discovered that in the book.
Yeah,
and yeah.
So apparently people don't know the holy magic and stuff like that.
It's only useful by like very specific mages in like history that have like abnormally strong powers, which, you know, is a bit of a foreshadowing event to later.
But yeah, so most of it in the beginning was pretty much talking about holy powers, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, it's like explaining the magic power thing in that fantasy world. And well, obviously the best part of this episode was the second half, where they were like, "Yo, you gotta go to the battlefield."
We're going to the battlefield.
This is the first time we've seen the battlefield in
this
this
time-
whole
this-
show. We've
this
heard
is-
so much about, but this is the first time we've actually seen the monsters they fight and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
this is the first time she steps out of the
out of the
location.
institution. Yeah.
Yeah, for real. It took us 8 episodes, but we're here now.
We're here now.
And it was interesting.
It was slashing No, the thing, I think prior to that, I was like, what was the mage's name again?
Oh, the Grand Mages?
Yeah, the Grand Mage. He's getting a little bit too handsy, man, to say.
Yeah, he's ever since the first time Seiya met him, she got creepy vibes from him.
Yeah,
basically.
And he got a little bit too handsy in this one.
Hey man, he's just very excited to see what Sei could do. She's the most powerful. She's powerful than him.
Yeah.
I wonder
she was just upset she didn't get to ride with Albert Hawk.
Yeah.
Her boy.
My hunk of a man. Yeah, man.
He was like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna stuff you in with the creepy mage guy, and I get to go do something else."
Yeah,
for the
be in
ride.
charge or something. But yeah, it was cool to finally see the poisons creatures, like the wolves and typical fantasy creatures that you see, and the salamander that was kicking their asses apparently.
Because he was regenerating his I guess cuts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
damn.
And only Albert could get damage on him.
Yeah, everyone
But
was just
Albert
getting.
got damaged. As well.
I was like, no.
No, he got bit in the shoulder. I was like, no. And then Sei goes kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And she
Like, don't
unleashes
bite
the
my
holy
man.
Don't bite my
spell.
man. And it was.
She was
mad.
very upset when her lover Albert was injured.
Yeah, man. She wanted to save everybody. You know, like it's cool. Like it's like a split second, but like when you see like like the battlefield, like potions be on the floor, you know, scratches and all that
Blood
stuff.
and
Like she's
blood is around.
Yeah, she's doing all that work, man. So it was a long battle. It looked like.
Yeah, it was. And it was only 2 people. It was only Albert and the mage like doing all the fighting. Like everyone else was just kind of standing there like, oh, I'm scared.
Bunch of red shirts, man. I swear.
And those 2 were just like killing everything. They were like, we gotta protect Sei. We cannot let anything happen to her.
Yeah. So that was cool. I like that whole sequence. Like, you know, we get to see Sei in her full power.
Well, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
She not magically. She, I guess, unlocked her full potential. I guess from that moment.
Yeah, because I feel like
she got fear.
I feel like she has to get emotional to get to that state. Kind of like, you know, the Avatar, like how he gets emotional.
Yeah, that's like a lot of shows like this. They have where it's like even something like Dragon Quest and like My Hero Academia, they get emotional and then they go into like this crazy state and they're like, I don't know how I did that.
Oh yeah. So it happened here too, and I can't wait to see what happens next with like, yo, can you do that again like all the time? And she'd be like, no.
Can you just like harness all of your power and become like the strongest person in the world? She already is like God basically. She can like regenerate people's limbs.
Don't you mean Jesus?
Oh, that was so funny. I actually played that when I saw that. When I heard that, I played it like 3 times. I was like, "That's the hilarious line." The way she said it.
I know.
I've never heard an anime character say Jesus before in my life.
If anyone does not love the Lord, Jesus Christ, let him be accused. Oh Lord, come, amen.
Yeah, it was so weird, and I was like, "Oh, this is funny." But yeah, good episode. Really good episode, I'd say. And with that, we move on to the next anime. I've been killing slimes for 300 years and maxed out my level. Episode 8. And
this was competition.
yes, now that we have the whole family here, you know, it's gonna be happy, sweet, loving time.
Competition.
No.
Never mind.
Never mind. These two dragons just cannot get along, and we gotta see who's the best dragon, blue dragon or red dragon. Let's see who bakes the best cookies. Let's go.
Because they can't fight anymore, so they have to do competitions.
Competitions at this point.
But I like how there was a reason to like their little mood or whatever, the little mood swings. Because I'm hungry. They're hungry.
Yeah,
that too. They were starving pretty much because you know they're dragons.
They're dragons. They want real meat. And you know what? Luckily enough,
luckily enough, just at that very second,
the guild lady,
the guild leader comes and says, "We got a mission for you. You gotta kill like 20,000 boars in the forest."
Boar hammers, or
long.
Yeah, they're like half hammer, half pig.
Yeah.
And the whole with Fluorite, her ideas of like, you know what?
Like going nude to bat,
like what? Okay.
I don't know what's going on there.
And then backfire.
I don't think anyone else knew either.
No, I like how that was just like, yeah, let's just let her handle that.
It was just her too. The other dragon was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna just see what she's up to.
She's like, I'm not getting
like, I was not having any part of that.
This girl got no shame. But yeah, with they ended up completing that quest. The whole family's there, eating and stuff. And the second half is with an imposter. Someone's trying to be our MC. We can't have that. Hell no.
The witch of
we can't have that. We
the
can't
high
have
witch.
imposters.
Yeah, identity theft.
Tricking people.
Identity theft is not a joke. So they had to find information. How they find it, man? How they find this information? Come on, David. I know you know.
No, man, I don't know.
So, oh man, this was probably the best part of the episode.
I forgot too.
You forgot?
No,
Okay.
I do.
All right, let me say. They go to a bar, and this bar.
I remember.
This bar.
Just need a quick reminder. This was a good part of the episode. This was funny.
This bar is very special for pleasing pigs.
And you're one of them.
Oh, hey, don't say that. But it was funny. I didn't think the anime would go that route. Just like,
yeah, that was a masochistic route for all the men who frequent that bar. They go for it for a reason.
Yeah, man. They love getting insulted.
Wanted to trash talk to him.
But yeah, they go there for information to see who's his imposter, and
they had to do that because the bar lady said, "Hey, if you help me out, I'll help you out."
Yeah.
She was lazy. She didn't want to insult everyone. So she was like, okay, guys, you guys just go crazy. And they went crazy.
They did.
Especially the dragon. What was it?
The dragon, I think, meant it.
Oh, I know. She was saying it for real. That's why they loved it more. It was not a joke. But yes,
she just wanted to get out of there.
Yeah, and we find our imposter, and it happens to be another mage. Oh no, witch. Another witch.
So, a witch that wants to be rich and famous. But doesn't want to be popular, just wants to be well known, but
VTuber?
underground.
A VTuber?
Right?
No, you're right. Yeah. That's actually a good way to say it. Yeah.
I guess, yeah. she's the VTuber witch.
Yeah.
And it makes so much sense too because of what she becomes in the market.
Oh yeah.
Becomes a freaking
The convention
yes
market.
She becomes a magical girl in a way.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was just all funny.
I like how that market had like booths that were numbered,
Oh yeah.
just like a convention.
And then you see a whole bunch of crowds right there near one
Yeah.
one location. What was that location, guys?
Yes, it's the bar again. It's that bar booth.
The bargain, except Rosalie's the one hurling insults because she's that type of girl.
Yeah, she's naturally that girl.
No. And then there was another one.
Are you talking about the dragons?
Yeah.
Oh.
They're
The
still selling
bake-off
the
again.
yeah.
Cookies.
Selling the cookies, man.
It all comes full circle.
Yeah. But yeah, the new witch is working, trying to be the
Just trying to get that fame, just trying to
Yeah.
get that money, just trying to get that bread.
yeah.
Yeah, it was just a fun episode, honestly. I mean, I feel like we might that would be the rest of the anime, just fun little shenanigans.
Yeah, like there's no more family members that can come. We already have a huge family, so
Yeah.
might as well just.
Hey, there's no limit in the family, bro.
Yeah, just.
When we're here, we're all family.
I guess. With that being said, oh Jesus, move on to the next anime. Mars Red, episode 8, and this is the Kurusu. That's I'm butchering his name, but this is his episode.
That's his episode.
Yes,
this one's his episode.
Obviously.
And I personally really like this episode a lot, actually, because it was very like. It just showed like the absolute devastation, and we didn't see anybody else. We only saw Kurusu.
Yeah, because
just trying to like save everybody, but not get caught as a vampire.
Yeah,
because he's all alone now.
Because this was the aftermath of what happened. At first, I didn't get it, but until I finally realized, oh, this is after the earthquake.
Yeah.
This is what these people what's happening to these people while, all this shenanigans are happening in the background. But it was crazy. I was like, what? No way. In my mind, of course. But yeah.
No, there was an interesting twist also, like when
we learned some big revelations, like the vaccine that they're giving is actually the potion that is turning people into vampires. So now like the shopkeeper guy is like housing a lot of the vampires that are sentient and are able to talk and speak and stuff like that.
So
so that's nice to see, but it's like it's disturbing, like the whole London vampires, they had the plan coming here to Japan and they're enacting it now.
Yeah, and then we finally see the military special units' true colors, man.
No, the colonel? No, not the colonel. What, the general guy?
Yeah,
was it colonel or is he general?
I don't know.
I think he is the colonel now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but his army's true colors, trying to fight everybody at this point, just some massive.
Yeah.
But there was one rogue one. I feel like it was somebody we knew, but it didn't really matter because he died. Like
it was somebody we knew. I can't remember who it was, but I remember recognizing it when I saw the episode. But it's been like a week since I've seen it, so forgive me for not remembering. But yeah, there's one that Kurusu recognizes, and
that's the one that saves him. And oh man, that old man was cool.
The old guy,
the head shop guy, he was cool.
He had the same ability as his.
Mm-hmm. And but the big question, man, where did Maida go?
He's missing now.
Yeah,
we saw the thing that he got stabbed with, of course.
Yeah,
but he was missing from that location, so we don't know where he's at.
He left it definitely, but we don't know where he is now. I like also one other part of the episode that I really enjoyed was I like how Kurusu kind of checks up on the newspaper girl and is like, oh, thank goodness she's okay. And then he just like leaves. Like that was really nice because this whole episode's kind of like a weird dichotomy because Kurusu's all alone, like he's a vampire, and all these people are like, you know, talking trash about vampires and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
To the
so
point
he's
where
gotta like,
he saved a human too.
yeah.
And then they
So-
go against him because they see his. I guess he was a vampire.
Yeah, his eyes. I think
His
they see
eyes.
his eyes.
Mm.
But he's just a really good guy. Like I feel bad for him because he is truly all alone right now. If he can't find Maeda, then and you know Yamagami he died.
Yeah,
so
he
it's like
died. And I don't know
who else is left? Like the
The-
crazy scientist guys left.
Yeah, the crazy scientist and then the masked dude.
Yeah, I don't know where they're
Oh
at.
yeah.
And I think that's it.
What happened to them?
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah, they just disappeared as soon as the earthquake happened. Like we didn't even see them go anywhere. They literally just are gone.
Yeah, so there's still like, you know, questions to be answered.
Yeah, because I'm not 100% sure on what the general or the government is. The government working with the vampires, the British vampires?
I don't know. It's certainly implied that with the whole
Yeah.
vaccine thing, because that's
Yeah.
like a vaccine is like professionally
Yeah.
done by
Yeah.
the government.
So
We'll see what happens.
yeah, that was a good twist on the whole vaccine thing. So because obviously people will be like, oh, it's a vaccine, it's gonna help us, and then it goes to show.
And then, oops, you're a vampire now.
Yeah. Either you're gonna be a freak or you're gonna control it, and either way, you're still gonna burn.
Yeah, we saw that guy literally burn right in front of his friend. That must have been traumatic.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So
And then it's possible to control kind of the vampires, even though they're turned, but our guy, the flashing dude or whatever his name, I forgot his name, but he screamed and everyone stopped. All the monsters that were all the vampires that were in attack, the little kids, remember?
Oh yeah,
That
yeah.
scene? So I was like, wait, how does that work? Or what
Maybe
did
they
he do to stop?
Maybe they, because they're still like humans, they still react to stimuli like loud noises and stuff like that.
Okay. Because I was confused on that. I was like, why? Because those vampires are usually just being like mindless and stuff. And
Yeah,
they're
they're like
they felt like
complete
zombies.
drones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They look like zombies. And then for some reason they just stopped all of a sudden after he yelled.
Yeah.
So I'm
it's like
curious.
an alpha screen, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll probably see more of that in the next episode. But this episode, it raised a lot of questions and answered some. But like
Yeah.
this series is, you know, I'm actually pretty impressed with Mars Red. I thought it would be like nobody's like really watching it, and
Yeah.
it's like it looks different to all the other anime, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, and also like I just want to point something out. Last week I saw the dub version of this anime, and it's pretty solid. So you know,
Yeah.
if you're not a sub person, you know, watch it dub. Watch it dub.
Yeah.
I recommend it. With that, move on to the next anime. Tōkyō Revengers, episode 8.
The beginning still.
Oh, poor Takamichi, man. Oh, just
He's so angry. He's like, you.
It's funny because he tried to swing at
Dumbasses.
him.
I know. Mikey's like, what are you doing?
It's like, what's wrong with you, man? We didn't do anything. It's like, what are you talking about? You just destroyed my life.
He destroyed every precious thing to me.
Yeah.
My baseball bat that I hit the home run with.
Gone.
And then he just trips over into the trash bags. And
Yeah, and then he has a turd on his head.
That was hilarious. That was hilarious.
and that's what causes them to stop fighting. That's so funny.
that was pretty hilarious.
I mean, how can you like keep a straight face with like one of your friends having shit on him?
Come on, man.
Yeah, honestly, if I was fighting with one of my friends and they had a turd on their head, I would have been like, dude, I can't even fight with you anymore.
Yeah.
It's just too funny.
Yeah,
I just feel sorry for you at
Yeah,
this point.
exactly. You're like, oh
Just have a
man,
turd on your head, dude.
go take a shower, bro.
And it makes it more interesting is that they act like they're kids, you know. They're like, oh, I'm leaving because you stink, man.
Yeah, it's like even though these guys like run a huge gang, like
Yeah, they're
that's
tough
why I like
guys
the
and
most about
stuff.
Mikey, because like Draken's very, you know,
mature.
kind of like a fatherly or big
Yeah.
brother figure to Mikey, but Mikey's like he's like a kid. Like he even in the second scene, he was like, "I want to play soccer with you guys." Like he's like this total badass, and he's like doesn't take anyone's nonsense, but he's just like a kid as well, and he's like small, and he's just does his own thing. He doesn't care.
I mean, it's good to show that too, because you know they're still young.
They're still young,
so
yeah.
they still have that mentality. Like, you know, I want to have fun. Like, I know I run a gang and all that, but like I still have my innocence. I still have my youth. You know, that I want to live through. So
Yeah.
that was cool to see. And my boy Takamichi got a date. Got a date on.
He got more than a date.
Yeah. Wait, at the same time, I was worried. I was like, no, August 3rd hasn't passed yet.
Yeah.
I know he was. I was screaming at my. I was screaming internally at my screen. I was like, "Dude, it's not over yet." And he's like, "I'm good, man. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing happening."
Yeah.
Well, you should have been a little more prepared because you got beat up really badly.
Oh yeah.
But we find out who is the person that's gonna attack Dragon, man. And
Yeah,
it's
it's the salty guy. He's very salty.
Yeah, the guy that was in their squad. Yeah.
Yeah, Kiyu.
Yeah.
Kiyomasa, that bastard. Trying to get his vengeance because he got humiliated.
He got humiliated in front of his other friends.
Boo-hoo. Either way, it was kind of sad to see in this scene, like when obviously Takamichi getting beat up.
Oh yeah, that was
It was really sad because
emotional.
Takamichi was like, "I'm not strong. I thought I had like pull because I was friends with Mikey and Draken, but
Yeah.
like, no, I'm still getting beat up by the same guy
Yeah.
who beat me up in the beginning, who I was
then-
forced to work under."
And
Yeah.
then why am I apologizing to him? But he's still, you know, having the same ways, and that's why he was so upset too.
Yeah, that was a
and,
good-
and then the whole scene with Hina during that too was just like
Oh,
when
man.
he's like he's
Yeah.
kind of pouring his heart over it because and you know, it reminded me kind of ReZero because he has so much pressure on him and like he doesn't have anyone to tell, and he told Hina, but Hina just accepted it for who he was,
Yeah, which is odd.
and that was really nice to see.
I like that scene a lot. You know, obviously shows like, you know, our character. Yeah, he's with new people, like obviously with Mikey and Dragon, but like the show was trying to tell like, is he still the same person? And like, obviously he was like, yeah, you are, but that's not bad.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
that's exactly why she likes him, because he is that person.
and he got the first kiss from her. What?
Yeah.
Kind of awkward circumstances, but you
Yeah,
know what?
but-
I'm not I'm not judging him.
Yeah. Hey man, you,
Hey, he took the kiss,
When I
you'll
was
take
watching
the
that
kiss,
scene, I was
man.
like, Hina, why don't you just untie him right there? Why is he still tied up as you're kissing him? Like, it's weird.
It reminds me of the Spider-Man scene.
oh, you talking about the Spider-Man 1?
Yeah.
Oh.
Where they had the kiss upside down.
Oh my god. Like, you saved me.
Yeah. In a way, yeah.
It's exactly the same way. Yeah, I didn't even think of it like that. But yeah, but Takamichi's still not out of it because he's like, oh man, they're gonna kill Dragon now. Damn it, I gotta.
Yeah, and then we found out that 2 people are gonna want to kill him. Like,
Oh, yeah.
he met up with the secondary leader to Mikey and Draken, and
Yeah.
he was like, oh crap, there's 2 people now that want Draken's head, so he's in real danger.
Yeah, so we're like, oh damn.
Yeah, that's what we know so far, but Takamichi doesn't know 100% on that one guy, right?
Oh, you're talking about Pooh? I think that's his name.
Is
Yeah,
it?
we know that Puh is actually in Draken's face right now.
Yeah.
As
That
they
was-
were talking.
That's
Yeah.
the one he encountered, but obviously he doesn't know about Kiyomasa. He doesn't know about him at all.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll see if Takamichi can make fate change.
Don't worry, they got a bike. They could catch up.
I think if they get Mikey involved, Mikey will come in and save the day, because Mikey seems to almost have like supernatural powers when fighting people. Like, he
But
just destroys them.
Yeah, sure.
I was confused. Were they mad during that time?
No, they made up at that time. They were
Yeah,
friends again.
they're good. That's why
Yeah.
when the secondary leader is like, oh, thank God.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like I don't know how you did that. I don't know how you got them to make up. We couldn't
thanks,
even.
man.
All of our captains couldn't even do that.
Yeah, so good on you, bro.
I think also I guess he'll get him over there.
Yeah,
on the bike.
he will. Get
Yeah, that's what we're probably leading up to. Like he has like a motorcycle, so he's gonna probably drive to Mikey's house and be like, "Hey, Draken's in deep trouble. You need to come."
You do now.
So we will see, man. Hopefully, Draken doesn't kick the bucket, man. Hopefully.
I don't think he will. I would actually be really sad if they go that route, man. I would be really, really sad.
But if Draken doesn't take the bucket, who do you think will take the hit? I feel like someone...
probably the people trying to kill him. I want to see Kiyomasa get what's coming to him.
You know, I'm with you, John. I hope he dies now.
I want to see that bastard die.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. After we did the Takamichi, man, that don't fly, bro.
Yeah, they're beating him up many times and then mocking him and be like, "Go get me a soda."
Yeah.
I was like, "No, dude."
You know, damn, you're right. I'm with you on that one.
So we'll see what happens.
Yes, we'll see in the next episode. I can't wait. And with that, we move on to next anime, Joran, the Princess of Snow and Blood, episode 9. And this is gonna be shocking.
Omar enjoyed it.
I actually like this episode. I don't know why.
I feel like this show is getting better as it is nearing the end. Like, I don't understand. The first 2 arcs were just really bad, and now the third arc's like, it's all right.
Yeah,
it's not that bad.
I don't know about you, man. When they reintroduced to Rinku, the Blade Lady, she was my favorite.
Oh yeah, she was cool. I love. They actually gave her like because like I found everybody in the show not to really have like personalities almost. Like they're all just like generic assassin personality.
Like I'm a
right? But
murderer.
Rinku actually is like she's an alcoholic. You know, she's got like a cool power.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And they showed it off pretty well. Like she took on those 3 guys from the train, and then she tortured one.
Oh my gosh, she smothered him in knives and from the inside out. That was horrific.
That was
and the thing is that she wasn't like the other girls where they're like, "Oh, I hate you. Oh, I hate you," you know, stuff like that. It was more of a like, "Oh, if you have a thing to do, then I guess do it, you know, do your own thing."
Yeah, she's actually like being kind of a supportive like friend almost to her.
Yeah, so obviously the main episode was kind of with her, and obviously Sawa, you know, going back to her clan, you know, paying respects, and that was cool. And then we had the Jin, his big reveal, which was
I'm not entirely sure on is he the Revenge? Josh?
Yeah, he's Janome, I think.
Yeah, that's I was confused
because I saw his back and he had the same thing as that other dude. So is that other dude not the
well,
bad
the thing
guy?
is too. Here's why I think. Okay, guys, here's my little theory on it. Janome, if y'all were paying attention the first few episodes, you know that he can shapeshift.
Yeah.
So I think that he might have shapeshifted as him. And maybe killed him and then shapeshifted as him.
That would make sense.
And maybe we'll see more of that.
Yeah, that was a interesting reveal. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, because she just went on and started slashing him. Like he handed her the papers, and then she started just slashing. I was like, whoa, what's happening here? I thought you were here for that mission, but apparently she found out. I was like, oh damn, whoa.
I wonder who spilled the beans.
I wonder.
This show is craziness, man.
Yeah, it's like out of all the episodes, this was probably my favorite. But this
episode was really good. I find that like it's going slower. Like what we wanted with the pacing is actually happening now.
Yeah,
they listened to us and they're just like, I doubt it.
They heard us through our podcast. They watched the podcast and we're like, we have to change the entire script.
we got
these boys say we're going too fast.
We got to develop an interesting character for once, you know. Oh, dude, I haven't even said my favorite character is the Crow. We've got a name. Nana. And so I'm like, yes, that's my favorite character.
Damn bird. Oh god.
But yeah, that was Joran. Surprisingly good for once. So that was good to see. I didn't.
I'm glad that one episode of impressed you so far.
Oh god, man! When I say it out loud, it just sounds sad.
This show, man, like we've been just hating on this show.
Oh,
it's weird to talk good about it.
I know. I feel weird talking about good things about it. But yeah, with that,
On to the next one.
Move on to the next anime. SSS DYNAZENON, episode 9. And Minami, she gets her big revelation of finding out what the ex-boyfriend has to say.
Well, we get some for the what is the pigtail girl's name?
Oh,
Chise?
I think.
Yeah.
We learned that
she doesn't want to be a sideline person, you know.
Yeah, she adopted a little kaiju baby.
Yeah, out of nowhere, which is
not
out of
when I was watching this episode, I was like, what the heck? Did I click the right episode?
No, but apparently it was happening during the other episodes where she had this little stone kind of thing, and it was just evolving.
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh.
So it was like an egg, and it was growing, and then until this episode, it finally grew.
Oh, good eye.
This show is so subtle sometimes. Like I never even noticed that.
I just hate the name of the kaiju.
oh my god.
It's like, come on, man! Like you could have come with a cooler name.
It was funny because I noticed the poster in the background.
Like David called it out like right off the bat. Oh, it's gonna be called Go Burn. I was like, why? Because of the poster behind. It can't be that simple. And then lo and behold, I was like,
she says it.
It's that simple. Oh my god. But yeah, back to Minami's her moment, man. Like she was like a whole different character. Like she just was upset.
She got emotional with the whole ex-boyfriend.
Yeah, of her sister.
Yeah, she was like, you asshole, why didn't you help her? And he's like, meh, whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm mad too. Like I'm freaking out. I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah,
like how could you, like, I guess at that point Minami realized that like it was true, right? Like no one really, like, we kind of understood it because of how hard it was to find information about her sister. Because like it shouldn't be that hard to find information about someone who died not that long ago. Like it was like what, 5 years ago, I think. She said. Like I said,
I think the girl that what's his name? Gami?
Oh, you're talking about Gamia?
Gamia? Is it Gamia?
Our main guy?
Yeah.
Our main
Galma?
Galma, there you go, Galma.
Yeah.
So I think the girl he's looking for is the sister. That's what I think.
Oh, that would actually make so much sense. That's a great theory.
Yeah, that's my
really
theory for
that.
it. Yeah. So I have a feeling they're gonna find out maybe how we could get her back in a way.
Yeah. But going back to like the relationship with Minami and Yomogi specifically.
Oh, Yomogi!
Too,
oh
like,
my god!
I know.
Dude, I was yelling. I was literally yelling at my screen when he left.
Yeah, I was like, you're an idiot.
All right,
I was so mad. I'm like, are you serious? She's literally on the ground crying her eyes out. Like she's not in a good space right now, and she's also by like a railing too. Like, oh my gosh, dude.
But at the same time, I had a feeling it was gonna happen that way because it happened. He tried to do that in the beginning, like towards the beginning when she wasn't like, it was not registering to him, and she was like telling him to back off. This time he pushed away too much. That he's like,
and when she needed him to be there,
it got flipped around this time. Where he didn't.
And that's where we hear like Big Brother Galma be like, "What are you doing?
What are you doing here, bro?
Forget about the kaiju, dude. Just help her. She's in trouble."
Yeah, we need her over here as well.
Yeah, we need the whole piece, not 3/4 of it.
Not
go
just
get her.
you, dude.
Yeah, and you're an idiot for leaving her, by the way.
We're a team, man. You're an idiot.
And you just see the mech itself, like with his big feet, just running over there. It's like, oh, I gotta go get her.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
That was so goofy. But I like how I think Galma also said during that section. He said, "You're the only one that can get her back," knowing that he's like the closest with her, and
they know they're in a relationship.
have like the best relationship with each other.
you know, they spend the most time together, and
Yeah.
luckily he gets there like kind of in time, and like, you know.
Yeah, because we during that part 2, Chise doesn't feel like she's part of the team at all.
Yeah.
Like she
Yeah.
feels apart most of the time.
And then her kaiju is like growing. She's like, whoa.
Yeah, because but while it was growing, it was like a combination. It was growing, and then she would talk to the group, and she didn't want to tell them, because she was not 100% on. Like,
yeah,
hey,
she was
what they
afraid that they were gonna kill it or
Yeah.
something.
No, yeah, that was an interesting aspect.
And then the whole climax with Minami falling off the building when she drops her.
I was like,
her
wait,
little-
okay. I thought that was kind of too much, too what do you call it? Dramatic. She could have just went down the stairs, picked it up, and then there.
I know, but you have to remember she's in a real bad place emotionally
she's
in
in
her
a bad
mind right
mind.
now, and that's like her sister in her hand right there. So she just reacted really like poorly to that.
I guess.
it's a good
Yeah,
thing.
and then you have like Yomogi getting there, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm gonna," and then he misses. And I'm like, "Oh no!" But then Goldburn's there to save the day.
Yeah. And then once the whole team assembled, we get the best transformation. Man.
Oh my god,
A
this
long
is
ass
crazy.
conversation. Transformation.
It was amazing. It was well deserved.
I was like, what is going on here? I couldn't believe it. Everything was just coming together. I was like, I understood later on that it was a metaphor for teamwork, basically,
Yeah.
but like, it just was. It looked so weird that like everyone was combining. I was like,
Yeah.
do these parts even fit together? How is this
Dude,
happening?
Josh, what do you think about that cape, though?
No.
Oh, it was sick, dude.
Right? Thank
Oh
you. Thank you. Dude,
It was the most unnecessary thing ever in history, but
it
it just
was.
was so stupid and sick. Made no sense. There's no point in it there.
So yeah, the power of teamwork, y'all.
The whole transformation was so weird. Like
I
it looked like a bunched up robot. Like it was like combined with so many stuff. Like it had 3 faces, a long ass cape. There was
And
so
then he just
many.
kills the kaiju in one hit, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh man.
Again, this show's not for the fights.
This show's not for the
If
fight.
anything, this show's for the transformations, bro.
Yeah, David's favorite part of the show, the
Yes,
transformations.
the long ass transformations.
Oh man, but unfortunately, they didn't get to the firework festival because when they killed the kaiju, it was the festivals was happening. No one cared about the
Yeah,
kaiju fight.
But
For
they
me,
made their own.
for me, it was kind of weird. I was like, wait, why is there fireworks all of a sudden? Like right after the battle ends.
Yeah,
It couldn't happen during the battle. It would have been funny.
Yeah, but
they had to focus in on the fact that the
Oh, they're watching it in the sideline.
Yeah.
They're like, whoa.
yeah.
Don't use your fireworks right now. There's actual fireworks over there.
there's buildings exploding over there too. It's crazy.
People are dying.
Like, should we move? Nah,
Nah.
I waited all week for this
Yes.
for this festival.
I know. And nothing else happened.
Nothing happened.
Just fireworks are happening.
But
in
I'm
the back.
glad our team got their own little fireworks show.
Yeah, and
And
Minami
then,
looking fantastic in that yukata.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
And she shows more of her full color with him during
Yeah.
that time.
Which is great.
Yeah, because she's usually like a, calm, quiet girl.
Yeah.
And right
Yeah.
here, she's actually happy and, talking to him, having the conversation and stuff and enjoying herself with him.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Because I think this was the point personally where she realized like Yomogi's had feelings for her the entire time, but I think this
She
is the
wasn't
point where she
throwing it.
realized like it's okay to lean on someone because she's really distanced herself from everybody other than her one friend she has.
Was it Chise? Chise's
Yeah,
the one.
Chise was the one who mentioned
Yeah.
it that she said to her, "Hey, look who came to see you," right? Like that's important.
Yeah, because she was explaining her problem, and while the other one was explaining her problem too,
Yeah.
because it was both of them having issues other than her only. It was both of them.
Yeah.
In a sense.
And Chise was really mad because she said, Minami, you don't realize how much everyone cares about you. And then she says, look who came to see you.
Yeah.
And then that's when Yomogi turns up in his big his Big Mac.
No, yeah, I remember that, but I completely forgot about it. And that was a great moment too, because you know, she said she had her time to shine, like where she wanted all along.
Yeah, I think it was more of those two characters.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah, I'm so glad that this show actually went the route of fleshing everyone out, because a lot of shows they don't. Sometimes like a character like Chise, who's like secondary, definitely not a main character, usually doesn't get like their own, you know, little story arc or anything like that. But I'm really glad they like actually treated her as like a main character. Like we have so many main characters, but it never seems like anyone's getting left out.
Yeah, I think everyone at this point has had their episode, and from here on out, like it's finally gonna be the main conflict. Why is the main enemy here? How many kaijus are left to fight at this point? Because even they said it's like, we don't have that many kaijus left. Like, oh,
I think the only thing that needs to be explained still is like the eugenicists themselves, like the villains themselves. Like I still want to know more about Galma and
Galma and their squad.
Yeah.
The original squad.
Yeah, the original squad.
And then of course the sister, you know, mystery sister.
Yeah.
Of her. What happened to her?
Yeah.
So,
and like the theory that you mentioned, David, I think like that's a really interesting theory, and I hope they expand on like that being a possibility.
Maybe it'll be connected to what their history is too. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, we will see. It was obviously a great episode, and can't wait for more. And with that, we move on to the next anime. Vivy Flora Aison, episode 10. This one was sweet, honestly. Like it had a big payoff in the end of, you know.
At first, I thought it was just gonna be like a boring episode, but now that we started realizing it, and we saw like a clip of the first season. No, not we saw a trailer for the English dub of this, and it made more sense for the show. The show again when we heard the beginning parts of what Eve and Masamoto as well.
Yeah, it's it all came together
because
like a weird symphony.
It was weird because, like, you know, obviously Vivy became just a museum and like not able to sing no more because she's her other side, her personality's gone, and she's like, I'm just a.
She has the fear. It was so much fear from her that she's just scared to sing.
And it's crazy because like I think the whole idol thing was like okay, whatever, like on the sideline, but they actually made the main focus like, hey, how come AIs have never made a song like from their own heart? And like,
and then we found out like the whole mantra she's been repeating throughout the whole show was actually given to her by her developer. Like that was an actual like mission. That's why she's been saying it. She was trying to understand why. Yeah. You know, her mission is that. Like she doesn't understand that because she's an AI, and even the developers kind of negligent in that aspect because they were just like, oh, she'll figure it out.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. Like,
and I like the fact that Masamoto says, oh no. When he arrives, she asks, "Why are you doing here? You know, we don't have anything else to do. Why are you still here?" I was like, "No, I just came here for a date with you."
Yeah.
It's been 65 years, and this is the first day I met you.
Yeah, and then lo and behold, we get little Matsumoto.
Yeah, so we didn't realize it towards the end.
Yeah,
I didn't realize it either until the very until they actually say his name, which is really good storytelling.
Yeah, it was. It gave me chills. It gave me chills, man. I was like, oh my god.
And it's funny too, cause you and Ravi, Josh and Ravi were like against this guy. They're like, oh, this guy's gonna be a bad guy, or he's the one that causes, I guess, an issue. Remember, Josh?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, but I'm glad I was wrong because I actually started to really like Matsumoto at the end, like his weird, eccentric behavior as the cube and stuff like that. Yeah, I really liked him, so I was like, please don't be the villain. And you know, coming to the end, you know, we got it failed. The project failed, unfortunately, and it's still. It's happening again. The war is going on again. So that's unfortunate. And they're all, I think they were all singing Vivy's song. With the eerie like la la la. I think that was because she, you know, her song that she created over 20 years. I think they were singing it. So it's like, lots of questions coming from that last end credit scene.
Oh, there was an end credit scene.
Yeah, no way did you miss the end credit scene. Are you kidding? That's like the biggest.
God.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right,
Basically, the end credit scene. Okay, I'll give you the recap real quick. End credit scene is like, she wakes up and everything's on fire and they failed and they're killing everyone again.
No.
That's the end credit scene. Yeah.
Oh
Don't
my
worry.
And you missed that, dude.
We'll see it after the podcast.
Oh. Oh man, cause my whole notes is like, oh, it's a sweet ending, you know, it was cute, like we got.
No man, no, the end credit scene is very not sweet at all.
Oh, first reaction here. Oh my god.
It's Vivy running over the building and all the AI are singing her song that she created and everyone's dying again.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's so they failed, unfortunately.
Well,
So
he kind of.
this is a first for you guys, but
Yeah, I know.
But he kind of says it with the girl, because the suicide still happened, you know.
yeah,
Ophelia still.
you can
still
kind of see
died.
it if you look back, because you know Matsumoto really didn't do anything to prevent like the catastrophe from happening. Like he just like the only thing that he prevented was the human AI marriage. That's it. Everything else happened according to history.
Yeah, because we still had the hotel fall, and then obviously Ophelia is still killing herself, but now it's with Antonio. Damn.
Yeah.
So she didn't get to manage to stop that, and I think that's why history's repeating itself again.
Yeah, it was like you guys said, it was a really sweet episode, but that was just like, oh man, that was really sad to see at the end there.
You ruined my.
Hey man, you should have watched.
I know. You're right.
Bro.
You're right, man. I just liked how I liked how I saw it. Now I'm just like, damn it.
Well, if I didn't tell you that, man, then you're gonna be a rude awakening next episode.
Yeah, I was. You're right. So I appreciate it, but at the same time, I hate it.
All right.
I did too when I saw it. Trust me, I was like, no.
Don't worry, we'll watch. I guess me and Omar will watch that scene after this.
Yeah.
And with that, we move on to the next anime.
All right.
To Your Eternity, episode 7. Speaking of sadness.
Oh man,
We introduced to a new character.
One new character for now.
Character. Gugu.
Can I say something real quick before we get into the episode?
Sure.
I really love what To Your Eternity as a story does with this character. It's like we just met this character Gugu, and like I already was instantly attached to him. Like I don't even know how the show did that, but they have a way of making the characters like super likable and relatable.
It got to me more when it came to the brother. I was like, oh, I hate you.
Oh, I know.
I totally hate you.
Because like
Such a scumbag.
Because Gugu, like he's a hardworking kid. Like for a kid, like to like be in the fields, you know, selling vegetables and saving
every day,
trying to make
an honest living.
It's kind of like I feel like they're poor pretty much.
Oh, most definitely.
They have like no home. They probably lost their parents and stuff.
Yeah.
So
but they don't tell us that. But that's what's crazy about the storytelling and the visuals on this show.
Yeah.
Like it tells you while you're watching it, you know.
Yeah, like it really makes you feel for the characters, and that's why I really enjoy about the show, because usually shows like they don't, if they introduce a character, it usually takes a few episodes for me to be like, oh, I like this character, I relate with this character, but
and
this show
they
always makes me right away.
I know, for real. Like after you would think you'll learn your lesson with, like, you know, obviously with our first boy and then Marge, and then you're like, I'm not gonna get attached to the next character. There's no way. And then bam,
and it's
it
like,
gets you.
Gugu's just the purest soul, man. He's just awesome.
Yeah, man. And then
it was so upsetting too what happens to him, man.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Poor guy.
Yeah, I know.
Poor little guy.
Damn Lord,
he just is trying, and the most disturbing part of that whole scene, like he saves the girl, right? But then asshole parents come up and just like ignore the kid who's probably dead down there and just like, oh, you got a little scratch, are you okay? And I'm like, dude, oh my gosh.
Like there's a log down there and a kid's underneath and no one's gonna save him except for
and there's like, whatever, I don't care, he's poor. It's like, bruh.
That's jacked up, man. And then I was surprised that little twig was holding that log. Honestly. Yeah. But it was terrible.
I was terrified if he was gonna get smashed by it right away. Of course it's gonna happen. No, it did happen.
It did happen, and obviously the end result, him being a monster.
Yeah.
But
having a messed up, disfigured face.
And then half of his body was like pushed down too, so he was kind of
he looked really
like he had a gut,
chubby.
That's insane, man. Like I already feel bad for Gugu, and then obviously he gets to meet Fushi, and he's like, oh,
I love the
I like that too
between the two.
No, I like the fact how it start. No, when they is pretty much what happened at the end of the episode where they come inside. And then they see him, and then that's how it starts when he burst inside.
Yeah, like it's great. Like Josh said, it's great storytelling. You get character development for Gugu for the first half, and then the second half is like where we left off, and like with Gugu developing the bond with Fushi, since they're both very alike, since they're both monsters
in a way.
Yeah, no way.
Because he considers himself ugly.
Yeah.
And it's funny.
He's like, yo, me and you are like. We're like the same person.
Yeah.
You're like a big brother. I mean, a little brother.
Gugu was hilarious in the second half, man. He's still a kid, He's like, oh, I'm nervous in front of my crush,
And then the funny thing he thinks the crush is talking to him, but she's talking to Fushi.
I felt sorry for him there.
Man. But hey, that motivated him. That motivated him to get some gangs, bro.
He started working out, and then Fushi's like, "I'll join too." He's like, "No,
get away. You're already good looking.
You're already good enough."
Yeah, you're good looking already.
And then the funniest scene was like the old man's laughing at him, and then Fushi's like, "I'm gonna do that too."
He joins the lug too.
He starts laughing. Yeah. Oh man, I love Fushi, man. He's just like the purest character.
So that's what's enjoying of this show. It's either you're really upset or you're really happy on what scenes.
Yeah, man.
Damn it.
Yeah. Like you try to prepare yourself. Well, me especially, I try to prepare myself like okay, this show's emotional. Like you have to be strong, and then like you watch the episode, you're like, oh god damn it, I love Gugu, and I'm like, I'm having time of my life,
and we know what's gonna happen.
You panic mode in your head happens.
We've seen the intro and everything.
Yeah, if you've seen the intro, like it kind of spoils it, but like if you haven't, don't watch it.
So you're like, oh well, I know what's gonna happen, but I can't help but love the little guy. He's just such a like genuine, like he's just a little kid, man.
Yeah, he's a little. That's what kills me, man. Like he's a little kid, he has so much hope, and it's just obviously like our first two.
I find this show does a really good job of portraying children. Like even with March, that was like a really good portrayal of like a young girl.
Yeah.
And now with Gugu, it's like a really good portrayal of like a 10-year-old boy.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they make it really realistic. Like you just have to like them.
Yeah, so.
And even though the horrible things that are probably gonna happen down the road, but it's just like you can't just be like I don't care about this kid.
So I'm terrified for next episode eventually, because I have a feeling the brother's gonna come back, of course.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens with him. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. I feel like he got into like like a gang or something.
Yeah, cause
like he stole all the money, or he was like using it to bet on something or something.
He gave him the money.
Like, he's paying them back.
Yeah, he gave him some money and then ends up stealing everything from whatever he worked on.
And left him
left him nothing.
And the brother never even worked.
Yeah.
He wasn't even there doing the labor like Gugu was.
He had so much confidence on his brother, and now after everything that happened to him, he's like, he's not my brother no longer. That's how it felt.
Yeah, but I'm never excited for the next episode, but like I am at the same time. It's a good thing. It's just like
it's a phenomenal show, but it's just like it makes you feel things that sometimes you don't want to feel, man. I don't want to see child death. I don't.
I sure don't. I hell don't, man. But
March was horrible. That was a horrible episode.
oh, don't get me started, March, man. I might cry in this podcast. But anyways, and with that, I like to move on to the next anime. My Hero Academia, season 5, episode 10. And it's Deku versus the most annoying character in the show's team.
Oh my gosh.
And
I can't stand him.
Me neither, man.
Yeah, I hear it all the
I'm
time.
the second one.
And well, obviously Deku's trying to copy Bakugo, can't be original, taking the lead and all that stuff. And you know, it looks like a normal fight.
It was a kind of oh no, it's not even a short fight. It was a hold on the match.
Yeah,
because Deku has avatar powers now.
Yes, out of nowhere.
Yeah, cause out of nowhere. Cause I guess you know. Well, did you know more that he had more powers?
I didn't know he had more powers, but it makes sense since you see the other users.
It was hinting towards it for like very subtly, like it's super subtly with the whole like shadow figures he sees and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I didn't know he gets their powers as well.
Like that kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
And I like the hero they showed that had the original power of the black whip that he couldn't control. He was pretty cool. He looked pretty cool design.
Yeah, he had a cool design. I liked him for how he is.
Obviously,
I could not stop thinking about just like Deku's the avatar. He went to the avatar state. Like I could not stop thinking about that. I was like, oh my
I always
gosh.
think is that location that he always goes every single time to remember of what all for one is.
Yeah,
one for all or one for all.
One for all.
So you keep seeing that scene, but this time we got a different perspective.
And it's
that's what
interesting
we
that
got
like
to
it's interesting because obviously Deku tapped it, but why didn't All Might do?
Yeah, like why didn't All Might get the other? Oh well, he was so strong that he didn't even need the other abilities.
I guess so.
Well, to be honest, the old, user, the female user before All Might, said that it wasn't ready yet. So it still might have not been ready yet when All Might was the holder.
Okay.
But it's finally ready for Deku, of course. Of course it is. He's ready to become the overpowered MC that we've been waiting for him to become for 5 seasons.
And not break his fingers or foot or whatever the hell.
No, he's still probably gonna do that since he's still technically human with no quirk.
Yeah, but
I mean, All Might didn't have a quirk either, but he just has to learn how to handle it with his body as a growing boy.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, you're right.
It's been so long, bro. Hey, man, 5 seasons, man. You forget things.
It's
Not Josh, though.
Yeah, because I watched it recently, so it's all fresh in my mind.
But yeah, obviously Deku's losing control, and then who saves the day, man? Who saves Deku from being a complete idiot?
That was actually really cute with Uraraka. Like that's the first time we actually see like some backstory with her in 4 seasons, pretty much. So thanks for that, guys.
Yeah, that was
the last time we saw backstory. I think was literally season 2, like the beginning of season 2
in the tournament arc. Oh god, damn! When you say it like that,
it's been a while.
It's just too many characters, man. They don't know how to handle. There's like at this point, there's no main character other than Deku. Like everyone just gets like the spotlight for like a season, pretty much.
Yeah, like I wish this show had more of a what do you call it, of a Naruto. I said this before, but I want to bring it up again. Where I wish it had more flashbacks.
Yeah.
So we could know more of the
honestly, I agree too,
characters.
because this show needs flashback, because this show has such a rich history of like the quirk system and heroes and everything. Like it needs kind of more flashbacks. It needs more like world building.
So we could care about the characters more, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, one thing. What do you guys think of the other team? I really completely skipped them.
They were actually working as a group.
Right?
Yeah, the other team's pretty cool. I hate the guy.
One guy.
But Poltergeist is pretty cool.
They have really those guys have better abilities than the previous fights.
Yeah, like I think actually Class B has better abilities in general.
Yeah.
to Class A. Like Class A has like kind of like I was talking about this with some other people who are watching the show, but like Class A has like dookie abilities. Me and David were talking about this actually. Like there's only a few people on Class A that has like really cool abilities. There's like a lot that are just like really lame or don't work unless it's like specific circumstances.
Come on,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
You don't like Invisible Girl?
Like I told Josh and Omar, it's they have specific roles just for like smaller things. They're not like, oh look, you know, a monster, a big huge monster, and what was the girl's the Jack girl?
Oh, headphones girl?
Yeah, headphones girl. Like she's not gonna do anything to a big monster.
She scouts though, and she could do a sonic
No,
boom.
but I mean, she wouldn't be like the main like
Nah,
hero.
you wouldn't.
Like we're looking at like, for example, people like Bakugo and Deku who are like kind of all-purpose strong strength, and then you have people like Invisible Girl and like Minata with his purple balls that are just like,
yo, he coming in clutch in that final shot though.
Yeah, but they're like their quirks are like low.
Yeah, no, I get you. Like
very specific circumstances. They're only support characters basically. They're only support heroes.
I mean, that's what's great about the fights, because like obviously with the Bakugo fight, he used that to his advantage. He's like, I'm gonna be on point. I'm gonna protect y'all, and y'all gonna protect me. Got it? Get it? Good. Let's go.
I know, and it makes sense like that, because like as heroes, there's like a lot of them that come to like a fight, and they work off each other. We even see it in like, you know, when the actual professional heroes fight and stuff like that. But I just think Class B has like way more heroes that are all purpose. That can be used in like every scenario. There's a few that are like the manga guy, like he's obviously, but then you have people like the shadow guy, that are like, that's a good quirk. That's a really good quirk.
Or apparently like Mushroom Girl, where she could grow mushrooms in your body.
Yeah, she can just kill people.
Yeah,
straight up commit murder.
But I have a feeling like she probably has the mushrooms that have like to put asleep or stuff like that. So she has more, but they didn't show, I guess, or we don't know.
If it goes south, bro, she gonna kill somebody.
Yes.
She almost killed
Dark Shadow Man.
Yeah, she almost killed him, dude. It was. I actually like. He's one of my favorite characters in My Hero Academia.
Like, he's dope, but he's just, you know, he's the side character.
Oh, and then of course, going back to the battle with the annoying guy, he just. I hated it too when he just like, you know, the whole Deku thing was happening, and then once Deku's thing ended, I was like, oh, let me get in there. I gotta take advantage at this point.
I was so mad about that too, because like it's a traumatic probably a moment, and they were gonna stop, like All Might and Aizawa were gonna stop the actual fight, and then he just finishes and he's like, oh, I'm gonna get a cheap shot, and he's like, whoa, what's going on here?
I mean it makes sense to the character, because that's all he thinks of. That's his main goal. That's like, he doesn't matter. Like obviously maybe he didn't even see what was going on.
Villain?
That's his.
I hear a villain from his face.
Oh man,
he doesn't care.
Maybe future villain.
Hey, Mr. doesn't care about heroes' safety.
Yeah,
he's either gonna end up like pre-traumatic experience Endeavor, or he's gonna end up like a villain.
I can picture that.
And yeah, but with that, the fight will continue on, and we'll see who wins, because now Deku has control of himself, and we'll see from there.
Kind of. Oh no, yeah.
He does, but he just like, he doesn't want to use it because he's scared to use it.
Yeah, he's scared to use the black whip.
And then All Might try to stop it, but but he's out. Like, nah,
no,
let's continue.
My fam's using my power.
My little protege.
Yeah, hold on a minute. It's my boy. It's time to shine.
Yeah, and then you just see the claw, and Deku just grabs and is like, I know you helped me, but we're gonna have to fight.
So yeah, look forward to that next episode. And with that, we move on to the next anime. Last anime.
Yeah.
Dragon Quest Dai, episode 34. And
this is a new start, I guess, in a way.
A new chapter in this long journey. And we
arrived to
Leonis.
Papnika.
Papnika. There you go. You got it.
Leonis kingdom, and she gets straight to work. She's like, all right, we need this.
Time
we
for
need that.
business.
We need this. We need
Time
that.
for business. I'm gonna lead this country.
Yep,
All right, later, guys.
Basically, she left the party, but she obviously helps Die and then like get
Oh,
their gear back.
he got his gear.
weapons,
Dice.
And then we see someone training in the forest, and they're doing a lot of cool moves. I wonder who that could be.
Who could that be though?
No, but he was Omar was kind of he was like not 100%. But
Oh, yeah, because last episode tricked me. When it was
Yeah.
I was like,
I
no.
was 100% though. I was like, yo, dude, it's coming back.
But yes, the reveal, Ma has returned, baby.
well, Ma was I guess to us got announced, but not Diane.
no,
Pa.
not
They need to go to this tournament.
yes, to get the champion, the sword of champions.
Sort of champions,
It's
yeah.
like I guess a legendary weapon. In the
Yeah,
world.
so that I think Dai can wield it.
yeah,
Yes.
I think without it burning up when he goes into the Dragon King mode.
yeah. So he could fight
So,
Daddy for
yeah.
Daddy next time.
sure.
And then we get
he
also,
can kill his father.
and then quick kind of thing. I guess Crocodile and Hyunkil do their own things.
No, Crocodile,
no, Crocodile
stays behind
Stays behind.
in case when Die and them come back.
And
then-
Hyunkil's like, I need to get stronger because watching them two fight made me realize I suck.
yeah, and he needs to know how to use the spear since he was a sword user. And,
Yeah.
And the smart one actually read the book
yeah,
completely.
he did, and memorized it.
Yeah, and memorized that. I was like, oh, aren't you gonna take the book? Nah, I don't need it.
Got it all right here.
Got
in
it
my
on my head. Yeah.
God, what a badass. But yes, we're at the tournament, and Ma, lovely as ever, has returned, and she has a friend.
He has a friend. Yeah.
Yeah, she has a friend. Out of nowhere, a rat.
Oh shit! A rat!
I liked her, and before we get to that, I liked her and Pop's like first reaction to each other. Like Pop's like, "You the real deal," and he gets really close.
I know,
What's
yeah.
wrong with you, dude?
Hey man, you got tricked once, man. For me once, shame on you. So it's crazy. But yeah, she obviously Mom was training with this rat guy, and we get to know about the master that was training them, and hopefully next episode we can see the rats move. You know, kung fu rat.
Oh, we also got a Die said, oh, Pop died.
yeah, oh yeah.
She's like, "What is going on?"
It was so funny
Because I think Mom's last words to Pop were "Don't die."
Yeah,
And then he
and he
dies. So
failed.
she's like, "What happened? Are you serious? You couldn't even heed my last warning?"
Yeah, that was funny. And then it was weird the ending of that conversation though. Like she's like, "Nah, I won't get you the sword. I don't want you to kill your dad." And I'm like, "What? What do you mean,
Well,
Ma?"
we know Mom from previous episodes. She's very like, I don't want, she like I can help anybody type thing.
but she
Like
doesn't want. She don't
like
want
Master
to kill.
Avon can
Yeah.
save anybody. Like you don't have to fight.
I guess that's true.
But she doesn't want to. They don't want them
she
to kill.
she
them.
technically saved Hyunkar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did save Hyunkil and developed a nasty crush on him.
Yeah.
And then
But Mom and Pop,
someone else has a crush on her
Sorry,
too
man.
now. It's not just Pop, it's the little
rat.
rat guy, our friend.
Oh, his name is Chu, by the way. My bad. I didn't mention it. Chu. Yeah. So.
I don't think Pop or Die call him by his correct name either, so it's okay. The rat guy.
Yeah. And then we get introduced to like I guess a new villain, which I think it's the little goblin guy who took over that mysterious shady character at the end.
The one that got Ma's identity for a bit.
Yeah.
That tricked you.
Yeah.
Oh, Zabora.
Yeah.
I feel like it's him. Like
Yeah.
he's probably like the king, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's just
trying to end the king there.
That's just my theory right now.
Because we hear him talking, and then all of a sudden, he gave a look, and that look is
Evil.
Evil
of
look,
course.
man. And we know he can shapeshift, so it's like he's
That might be him.
We will see. And with that, that ends up our animes, and we move on to news. And we got anime news first, and it's a big one actually. I don't know if you ever heard of this franchise. It's called Lupin the Third, and it's gaining another anime series, Lupin the Third, the Sixth. And this has a very rich backstory. It's obviously the original series, old school, like I think like 200 something episodes and so many movies.
It has so many series and it has so many films, and all of it's original. It's like there's no connection with any. I think from what I know, nothing's connected in a way.
From what I can tell, from what I've seen of Lupin, I haven't seen like the series or anything, but I've seen a lot of the movies. It's all just basically it's just Lupin's like adventures around the world where he meets new people and stuff, and it works because at the end of every arc or movie or something, he always says like he never lets them come with him, so he always is meeting new people, and it's the same cast over and over again. So it can run forever, which is good because all the movies are really fun that I've seen.
Yeah.
Oh, so how many films have you seen? I guess you're more in the films, I guess. How many films did you watch?
I've seen a few of the episodes, like one-off. Rabbi showed me a few of them, and then I've seen Castle of Cagliostro, and I've seen the CGI film too.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So, yeah.
All right, so you have 2 films and a little bit of the shows, episodes.
So I kind of understand the formula. I'm not an expert. You guys are definitely more of the
no.
That's
That's a Robbie thing.
This is the one moment I wish Robbie was here because he would have been all over this.
Yeah,
but
he would be gushing.
Yeah, he would be very gushing. But I'm like the same boat with you, Josh. Like I only seen a couple movies, and the other movie I seen was the Blood Spray of Goemon.
Yeah,
that one's insane. I recommend that one. But yes, we got a little trailer for part 6, and it's a interesting concept of what the little trailer gave off.
The trailer and the poster itself.
Yeah, like if you look at the poster closely, it's not just Lupin in there.
Yeah, because when I saw the image itself, I was like, wait, half the face is different from the other face. So I feel like someone's taking maybe Lupin's identity in a way. We'll see. Maybe it's probably a master in disguise, some guy that knows how to, do what Lupin does.
Yeah, because even in Lupin the First, he did the same thing.
Yeah,
with spoiler alert.
A certain character.
Yeah, but yeah, it's very interesting, and it gives more context in the trailer, like of the mask kind of thing, and who's framing Lupin itself.
Yeah, so we'll see what it has to give. For me, I guess in general, Lupin the Third, the first was my first ever introduction to Lupin. Robbie has told me to get into it, and a friend named Carlos as well. He was the first one to tell me too. He told me like 3 or 5 times, up to 3 to 5. Yeah, he's been telling me, and then Robbie as well. And then I decided, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait until the Lupin the First came out. And when I checked it out, the movie was really good to introduce me into Lupin. Like, there's no intricacies to the character. It's like it's really easy to know what he is and what this universe of Lupin is in general. Like, all the characters were shown in this film too, on Lupin the First, and I got to learn a little bit more about these characters, and now I'm excited to jump into more Lupin.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat too. Like Lupin's really just easy and fun to digest. Like, it's not super complex. It's not, it has good characters, but it's just fun. It's like Indiana Jones is like really just a fun mystery
and I feel
series.
Like it fits well so much with adults. I don't know. I think it was meant for kids, but at the same time, I feel like it felt like this show in particular just hits me more since
I feel like it's for all ages. Honestly.
All ages?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like it's more towards like teenagers, adults, because like the themes, like there's some like you know, deaths, guns,
Oh, yeah.
stuff like
Yeah.
that in the show and stuff like that. I think it's for like, I think back in the day, like when Lupin came out in the 70s, like that type of film was like all the rage, and you know, it's still going because it's so popular. Like
Yeah,
people
man.
love Lupin
50
and they're
years.
like huge fans of it.
50 years strong. So,
We'll see. No, I think we'll. Josh, you cool with watching part 6? I guess. Cause
Yeah, I from what I heard, Lupin doesn't follow like continuity. So yeah, I can watch part 6.
From
no
what we
problem.
know, it's the end of the year. This comes out, right?
yeah.
Yeah, it's October.
Yeah.
Fall season.
Fall
So-
season.
Comes out.
I'll look forward to that. And
Fall season's a great season, by
Oh,
the way,
yeah.
for anime. Me
Yeah,
and David were
that-
looking at it yesterday.
that thing
It has a lot of good shows coming
I
out.
think it's stacked. But with that, we move on to the next news. We have an interesting news. Obviously,
It was kind of it's not it is interesting, but at the same time, it was kind of worrying. At the
yeah,
same
because
time.
I know everyone in the anime community knows about the whole Kyoto animation incident and happened in the real world.
Yeah, tragedy.
Yes, of the fire, and
We-
unfortunately, someone decided to try to do the same thing with Studios.
Yeah, so they try to do an arson threat to WIT Studios itself.
And obviously,
Yeah.
with what happened in Kyoto, they don't take that very lightly. And
And you know, with these types of crimes that happen, there's oftentimes, it's scary, but there's oftentimes a lot of copycats because they heard how famous the Kyoto
Yeah.
animation guy who did it got, and they're like kind of messed up and they want to do the same thing. So there's been some other threats to other studios too,
Yeah.
smaller threats, but like it's sick. It's sick that anyone would even do this. Like what's wrong with an anime studio? Like they're just making entertainment for people.
yeah,
Like I don't understand why anybody would
yeah.
ever think of doing such a heinous crime to people who genuinely, especially something like Kyoto Animation. Like Kyoto Animation had reputation for having not only the best animation but also the best like quality of life
yeah,
for working there.
yeah. Slice of life animes were like top notch, and like animation was on point.
But I guess going back to this, this studio, they managed to arrest the
Yeah.
girl before
Yeah, it was-
anything.
Yeah, she was threatening, I think, for 2 years. The studio.
Yeah, she
almost
was-
3.
almost 3 since 2018.
Yeah, since 20, like I don't know what was wrong with her, like what her issue was, but she was like obsessed. Maybe had some mental problems or something. Was very
Oh, no,
obsessed with the
most
studio.
Most
Yeah.
definitely. And,
Had- Because there is people that have mental issues or mental illness, and I feel like that's where it comes from. Since
Yeah.
I feel like Japan in general, they don't have like weapons.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. Man.
yeah.
it's just
It's
just
messed up.
messed
glad
up.
the crisis was averted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
that's-
that everyone's okay in WIT, and that we're not gonna have another tragedy like that, because
yeah,
They're on
hope
it
to
now.
God
Yeah.
that'll never happen again.
yeah. Hopefully not. And I'm just glad that they got her, and
Yeah.
nothing bad ever happened. Especially with studios, because they got great anime as well. And with that, we move on to the next news. This is interesting news. When I first read it, Netflix was holding like an event called Geeked Week, which is basically a whole like everything everything geek, I guess, like
Animation,
animations,
gaming,
like
fantasy,
their shows,
comics, movies.
Yeah, everything there's news coming out within. When is this event coming out, David?
Like around the 7th to 11th.
Yeah, for June 7th to 11th, they're gonna dump all the news of all these shows like Masters Universe, Revelation.
Because we talked about that.
Yeah,
The week after, no, the week before.
yeah, a couple weeks ago. Lucifer, the Umbrella Company, Witcher, the Cuphead show, and then Sandman. So many other shows. So
Resident Evil, the Cowboy Bebop thing. That I'm still curious on how they're gonna do that.
that's an interesting one to see.
Yeah, we're hopefully gonna get a lot of information about it, because some of this stuff looks really cool. Like the Cuphead show looks really cool.
Yeah,
Masters
Universe.
of Universe as well.
Obviously, the
Yeah.
people behind Castlevania is doing that one, so I'm very much looking forward to that one. And yeah, just if you guys are interested in what Netflix has to bring and offer, like
It's crazy how Netflix is throwing even more shows.
Yeah,
They're expanding on their, I guess, their properties in a way now.
yeah. When it comes to like the animation part,
Yeah.
and then obviously the live action's doing great. And yeah, we'll see what they drop, because it's gonna be a lot of big news. And
Yeah, I want to know as well for the Resident Evil movie, live action movie, because of course we're gonna watch the Resident Evil show, the animated show, the CGI animated show, but I want to know more about the live action one, how they're gonna interpret the Resident Evil
I just
story.
hope it's not Alice again, and we delete her from our minds and our memories.
Yeah, not the other Resident Evil.
Yeah,
of course.
so-
This is a full reboot, I think.
I want Leon, Chris, or whoever front stage, and just have the horror back in Resident Evil. God damn it!
Yeah.
And with that, we move on to the next news. This one's gonna be short, but we covered it a month or two now. Roger Craig Smith, the original voice actor for Sonic the Hedgehog, is still voicing him, because
He's coming back.
yes, he is coming back. And there was a couple reports actually that he was stopped going to voice Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, he was no longer gonna be taking the role of the franchise.
Yeah, so he was gonna step down, but for some odd reason, maybe he was like, man, I got nothing else. Maybe I need to keep this job. And
That or the company want him back.
oh yeah, they probably like gave him more money. It was like, please come back. You are Sonic, damn it. kind of like how the voice of Batman's iconic as well, like from the cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have.
So we'll see what happens with they had the little what do you say,
Tweet.
a tweet.
Yeah, and
you
saying
know.
like I'm glad the community wanted me back and all that stuff. So that was cool to see. Everyone supporting him, not leaving. So yeah, that is something to see. Next news, gaming news. It's a little game called Virtua Fighter 5. This game's been out forever, but it got a remake. And it's the same title, but it's called Ultimate Showdown. And just basically a facelift to the Virtua Fighter series. See if people are still interested in it. Maybe potentially make a 6. And the trailer was cool, if you know Virtua Fighter, it's very could be complex, but it's a very simple fighting game. And it ends like within like 10-15 seconds if you don't know what you're doing. So very realistic, brutal game, but if you learn the ways, it's awesome.
From the trailer, I guess I saw the original, how it used to look, and now how it looks. It looks way better. They updated the game so much.
Yeah, it's more color,
Yeah,
pops.
Because what the original game came out like what 2013, I think.
I think it was like one of the launch titles for the PS3.
Yeah.
So
it was a big upgrade after that.
yeah, so that's cool to see.
And it's gonna be exclusive, of course, to the PS4, and I think it's also free to play for PlayStation Plus, I think.
Yeah, so you got PlayStation Plus. This will be one of your free games, and I would copy, man. So if you're looking for a fighting game to fill your
For the
plate,
month, of course.
yeah,
For that.
month. But I know another fighting game is coming out pretty soon, so we'll see how that one does. And next gaming news, our typical King of Fighters news. You know it always happens. This is our 21 character announcement. Blue Mary, a very beloved King of Fighters franchise, who actually came out in the last game, but as DLC. So I'm kind of glad that she's just part of the main roster now. She's awesome, cool design, like a mix kind of character, like grappling, raw hits. And trailer was dope. Trailer was super dope. And
Do they release a character every single week
yes, at this
until
point,
the game's out?
Yes.
I think this is their first time, right?
What?
Or did they always do this?
They always do this.
Oh, really?
Well, there was a couple weeks that they didn't release a character.
No,
but-
well, I meant as in like years have passed, like on 14 or on 13.
I mean, 14 came out in 2019.
I know, but I mean, like, did they have like trailers like this, or was it just this a new thing? For
No, I don't think. Maybe. No, I don't think so. But they're always.
Yeah, that was my question too.
I think this is just to bring the hypeness to King of Fighters 15, and it's working. I'm very excited.
Yeah, like we said, like me and Josh don't know much about this game other than when these trailers come out.
Yeah.
So most.
I'd like to play it. It looks fun.
Yeah, and I'm like I told Dave, hopefully they drop a game mechanic trailer, like see how all this is gonna work with supers, and if there's gonna be a bar system, all that stuff. So yeah, I look forward to Blue Mary. And our final gaming news. This one actually dropped, I think, a day or two. But Horizon Zero Dawn.
Horizon Forbidden West.
Yes. 2 State of Play was announced. We finally got gameplay for this game. This game was announced last year, just that it was happening, and we got it, and it was awesome.
It was a 20 minute, almost 20 minutes.
Yeah,
of gameplay.
This was like their main headliner of the State of Play, and obviously for good reason. Just Aloy looks amazing.
The whole universe the whole I guess everything surrounding the plants, everything, the whole design within this game.
Oh yeah, it's
gorgeous.
Eye dropping. Like it reminds me like Ghost of Tsushima. Like when you look at the world and behind, like you just stop and look. It's like wow, this is crazy. I mean, obviously from the first game, it had the same effect, but like obviously not being in the West, like in State Play in San Francisco.
Now they have more power, I guess, since now it runs PS5. No, well, PS5 of course, the new console.
PS5 exclusive.
So they have more power.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
To get more graphic.
And then just to give credit where credit's due, like that water scene, amazing. Like I never seen water look that good. Especially like when you're in it, and like what the capabilities she could do, like she could push forward and all that stuff.
Yeah,
it's insane. Like it's so beautiful, and like all the new gadgets they gave her. Like she at one point she kind of looked like Spider-Man. And like obviously,
I like that. I think these recent games, I guess, that come out, I like that the gameplay and the cutscenes are becoming one.
No, yeah, that's like always the best thing. So that way it doesn't cut you out
from your experience. So it keeps running the game, you know. And you don't get cut off the game itself, you know. You're not waiting for a cutscene to end. You're participating with the cutscene, you know.
Yeah. Josh, have you played Horizon, the first one?
Haven't actually, but I've seen what it looks like. It looks phenomenal. You know, I'm always amazed nowadays at what these like the development of like how games look. Like you said, Ghost of Tsushima just is spectacular looking. Red Dead Redemption 2, spectacular looking.
Yeah, that one as well.
Horizon Zero Dawn, also from what I've seen, the first one looked really good. So I'm interested in playing it too. Cause I don't play a lot of newer games. I'm more of a retro gamer.
Oh, okay.
So, but a lot of newer games catch my attention. So I'll probably play it because it looks pretty cool.
No, yeah, it's a very fun game, man. Like if you're just like being an archer, or just like what do you call it?
Roaming?
Open world.
Yeah.
Yeah, games like this is up your alley.
Of course, you got to play the first one.
Yeah, of course.
This is the second, and
the first one's probably really cheap now. It's been it's been like 5 or 6 years.
It was free too at points too.
So yeah, if you want to get into it, take a quick dive. But like man, like just eye dropping, man. Especially with like that kind of like a super finisher kind of move where she did fighting against like this one tough grunt. That was amazing. That was like whoa. Insane. But yeah, can't wait, excited. But obviously PS5s are still shortage, so come on, Sony. We want PS5s, damn it.
Still the shortage happening.
Yeah, so I hope it doesn't come out this year. That's bad to say, but I hope it comes out next year. So I have a potential to get a PS5.
And if anything, I'll talk about it.
I hate you.
I don't know how you got your PS5, man.
Magic.
Willpower. Willpower. Online.
Pressing the button as quickly as humanly possible.
Yes.
Adding the card already.
And getting lucky.
God.
People, honestly, that's the biggest part because people develop like bots to like click the buy thing on as soon as it pops up, like like a literal program.
Yeah. What's crazy is that there's some days that I feel like they don't actually do it. So that's how I got lucky, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I told
like some days it's turned off.
Yeah. Because I told the other
program.
Yeah, I told the other friends to get a PS5, and on that day that I got mine, and they managed to get theirs. So.
Wow.
Oh, okay. So that day the bots were turned off. They had mercy on us, regular mortals.
Yes. Oh man, lucky. But yeah, that wraps up our news, and that's the podcast for today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And hopefully the next week everyone's finally here to record. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, guys, and share if we think we're cool. And with that, my name is Omar.
My name's David.
And I'm Josh.
And with that, goodbye, guys.
Laters.